Fight fans all over the world, it's Daddy P on the corner, in the corner, boxing. What? Hey, listen, it's about to be a new week. We about to go into fight week for a very special welterweight divisional fight for the WBC, which is Sean Porter versus Danny Garcia. And hey, listen, I'm excited about that, but that's not what this video is about. About another welterweight, hot welterweight. Really, probably you could say, a lot of people say the top welterweight guy. Well, the man in the division to beat, Errol Spence Jr. And I just keep hearing a lot of stuff about him and Canelo Alvarez. I'm gonna tell you this right here, man. To me, I don't think it's no pressure on Errol Spence Jr. to fight Canelo Alvarez. And I'm gonna tell you, at this stage in his career, I really don't think it's very prudent. I don't think it's a good move for him. It's still a lot of work at 147. It's a lot of work there. And I just feel like Errol Spence should focus on unifying. He only has one belt right now. He has the IBF. He needs to focus on, to me, this is my opinion, focus on unifying at the welterweight division and possibly becoming undisputed. I believe he has a lot of work to do there at 147 and good money to be made. Now, the Canelo Alvarez, yes, it's a lot of money for the young man, but I believe that fight can still come down the stretch. Let's not forget, Canelo Alvarez is really like a 154 pounder. He don't want no smoke with nobody at 160 except Triple G. He don't want nothing to do with Jamal Charlo. I guarantee you he don't want nothing to do with Andre. He might fight Billy Joe Saunders. He might. But I'm going to tell you, I don't think he want any of these guys, man. I don't think a lot of these guys, I don't think he want to even deal with at 160. Nah, at 154, he got Jamal Charlo. Why don't you fight somebody like that? Jamal Charlo is there. It's a lot going on at 154. You know what I'm saying? Listen, to me, he has made his career off fighting smaller guys. And yeah, he's fought some legendary guys. He got a good resume and all that. But a lot of those guys were smaller, or at the time they were older, on the way out of the game. Now, to me, Canelo, for his legacy, man, he needs to fight some names in a division. Whether if he want to campaign at 154, fight some names right there at that division. If you want to campaign at 160, fight some names there. But don't go down to 147. Oh yeah, Errol Spence. Man, look, Errol Spence has nothing to prove to Canelo Alvarez, and I understand it's good money, but if he take care of his business right there at 147, that will make that fight a lot more intriguing. You know what I'm saying? If Errol Spence clean up, unify at 147, or even if he becomes undisputed at 147, man, look, can you imagine how big a fight for him if he moves up to 154, and by the time he move up, Canelo Alvarez will probably be talking about a catch weight or something. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, by the time he do move up, that will be a very intriguing fight. Whether it's for a belt or not, that will be an intriguing fight. That type of fight does not need a belt, because Errol Spence, he's made a name for himself, and if he unifies or becomes undisputed, he will make an even bigger name for himself. And Canelo Alvarez, let's face it, right now, for active boxers, he's the biggest draw in the sport. So that fight would not even need a belt. You don't need a belt. You can do it at 154 or at a catch weight between 154 and 160. You know what I'm saying? And make it a very intriguing fight. Both Canelo Alvarez going to get paid. Errol Spence will get paid. But to me, Errol Spence, there is no pressure. And it won't be called ducking. Errol Spence is 147. You can't scream somebody ducking somebody 2 weight class. He fighting 2 weight classes above. He fighting at 160. He fighting Triple G. So you can't say Errol Spence ducking. He minding his business in 147 at the division that he's campaigning at, you know, and taking care of business. Ain't no duck. Ducking is when you have people, see, and that's the thing, man. People use this ducking word. They use it so loosely now to everybody used to, oh yeah, duck, they ducking, he ducking. Nah, ducking is when you are in a division and you have a belt in a sanctioning body or 2, and you have mandatories that you continue to put off. Now, if you have a belt and you are fighting champions, no, to me, you're not ducking your mandatories because you unifying the title. But if you have mandatories and you continue to put them off just to fight other fighters or lesser opponents, then yeah, that's a duck. But ducking ain't if you got a belt in one division and somebody in another division calling you out. Nah, that ain't ducking. You ain't got to fight him. You have no obligation to fight somebody who is in another division, especially that's been campaigning 2 divisions up from where you campaigning. No. And yeah, it'll be a good fight, but it can wait. That fight to me can wait. Now the biggest mistake to me, a welterweight, just made. Amir Khan did it, and Kell Brook did it. You know, Kell Brook went up and fought Triple G. For what? For what? He was a champion at 147. He didn't owe anybody anything to fight no Triple G. Now, he's damaged goods. He went up 2 weight classes and fought a guy, a heavy-handed guy for the division, mind you, and he messed around and messed up his eye. You know, he'll never be able to get that back. Not only is he physically damaged, his psyche had been damaged. And then he came back down to 47 to defend his own title and hurt his other eye. So now he's really damaged goods. And nobody knows how good Kell Brook would have or could have been had he not went up to 160 and stayed campaigning at 147. So now he damaged goods. I don't care where he go, 47, 54, wherever Kell Brook go, he's damaged goods right now. And you see he not fighting he ain't trying to fight no competition at 54. He damaged goods. He damaged, to me, he damaged goods just like what my man named Argentina just got beat by Manny Pacquiao. Lucas Mathis. Danny Garcia hurt his eye the first time, and then he got his eye hurt again by when he was fighting, when he quit against what my man named, man, the first guy that knocked him out, made him quit, you know, at 140. He was pawing at his eye, so you know, but anyway, he was damaged good. So yeah, when he fought Manny Pacquiao, everybody talking about, oh, Lucas Mathis is a dangerous fight for Pacquiao. Pacquiao went to work. That's because to me, the guy was damaged goods. The guy was damaged goods. You know, he had done been first of all, he was physically damaged. Then his mentality also was damaged. His psyche as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he damaged goods. He could still fight. He fought, yeah, he got the WBA fighting a lesser opponent, Tiwa Karim. You know what I'm saying? Who was fighting in the Pan-Asian boxing division. No disrespect to nobody, but he was a top contender over there, you know, because it really was not that much competition over there. But he was a top contender in the Pan-Asian, you know, over there in that region. And he was in a sanctioning body that was aligned with the WBA. And that's how he was able, you know, they put him in there to fight for the WBA, you know, the regular championship, the inferior championship. It's kind of like an interim, their version of an interim title. And Yeah, you can fight against lesser opponents, and you see that's what Kell Brook doing. He ain't over there trying to fight no beast, and I promise you, he ain't. But I mean, if he does, that'll be good for him. I think really more his speed is Amir Khan. Him and Amir Khan. Amir Khan did the same thing though. He went up, tried to fight Canelo. Canelo showed him why you have weight classes. That's what Canelo showed him, you know? So, but to me anyway, man, Errol Spence Jr., right? Yeah, Canelo Alvarez, Errol Spence would be a wonderful matchup. But to me, that fight can wait. Errol Spence, to me, he's campaigning at 147. He's very well able to make 147. Handle your business campaigning right there where you at. And this ain't no disrespect to nobody. I got much love and respect for Black Fight Fan TV. And I know he want to see Errol Spence do well and, you know, make his money and do what he's supposed to do. And I ain't, and no disrespect to Black, that's my man. Shout out Black Fight Fan TV. But to me, man, Errol Spence Jr. will fare much better campaigning at 147, taking care of his business there, unifying the titles, maybe even becoming undisputed or not. And then that fight can present itself and be a real good matchup and a moneymaker for Errol Spence Jr. and a fight to catapult his name. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I really don't think, you know, Canelo Alvarez, man, he like doing that. He like to call out people in lower weight classes, man, whatever. Not to me. If he, I mean, I'm sorry too. Another one of my homeboys, Money Brown TV, and I got much love, respect for him. Much love and respect for Money Brown. But Canelo Alvarez, to me, he need to clean up his name, and he ain't gonna do it by fighting lesser opponents. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna say lesser, but guys in a lesser weight class. He beat, okay, say he fight Errol Spence. He beat Errol Spence. So what? What did he do? He's still picking on people in lower weight classes. And then if he get beat by Errol Spence, he gonna have to do a lot to regain. Well, you know, his name big enough where he can recover from it as far as status. But man, look, he gonna lose a lot of points if he lose to a 147 pounder. But, you know, he really ain't got nothing to gain from fighting Errol Spence Jr. What he gonna gain? Errol Spence is a name in the lower weight class though. But to me, that's what he's done in his career. Yeah, he'll go down and fight somebody from a lower weight class and look good against them. Look good against older guys, you know, who really ain't had no business in the ring with him. But it was good experience for him as he was coming up. But now you have a name for yourself. He has such a name, he don't need no title. He don't need a title to make money in the sport. He don't need a title for leverage in negotiations. He's Canelo Alvarez, the biggest draw in the sport since Floyd Mayweather left, you know. He is the biggest draw in the sport. Latin American, no, he's Latin. He's not Latin American. You know, he's Mexican. You know, he has a big fan base behind him. He has a Latin fan base and a Latin American fan base behind him. So yeah, his name holds such weight, he don't need a belt. But man, to me, he don't need to be picking on guys in lower weight classes. And no, to me, Errol Spence should not fight him next. I've been hearing this, you know, I heard him say something about it. He kind of called Errol Spence saying he want that fight next and all that. Man, shoot. And to me, that might be a little thing intriguing to help sell the fight, but he really don't need that. Just go sell this Triple G fight. He need to focus on Triple G. Because see, and I'm sorry what I was saying, Money Brown, I mean, I know he like Canelo and how Canelo, you know, but to me, no. Clenbuterol, any type of drug, man, you talking about trace amounts. There should not be any trace amount of drugs in your system, even if you ate some tainted meat. You know what I'm saying? That's a secondary way of ingesting it into your body, which should not even show up in trace amounts. That's just like, okay, taking a drug test. You know, I was in the field I worked in for a while, man, was addictions and mental health. You know, being a convicted felon, that's the most forgiving field to work in. They allow you to work in that field, even as a convicted felon. I'm going to tell you. But they take drug tests a lot. And I'm going to tell you, being around people who smoke a lot of marijuana, and, you know, I don't smoke, but I ain't in, and I done been around, and people say, oh yeah, you can't, you fail a drug test. I was around people who smoking. No, that is a secondary way to ingest it in your body. So there is no even trace amounts. Man, I done passed so many drug tests, and I have people close to me that smoke. I've been around, and I still take drug tests the next day. No trace amounts even, because the test would not even pick up on that small amount that I probably even just breathing the smoke. And I know I done smelt it, breathing it in. I know, but the test cannot pick that up. Eating meat, you know what I'm saying? That's, hey, it's been heard before from boxers in the past, but I'm telling you, to me, no. And then especially, okay, say it was a freakish thing that a test would have picked it up. They sent another sample. Okay, then if it was a freak accident, then the other sample should have showed no traces. You know what I'm saying? But it did. So hey, I'm gonna tell you, I believe the guy, and in the past he have had issues as far as stamina. You could tell he take time off in rounds. You know, to me, that's a stamina issue. So yeah, I believe he really did use a clenbuterol. I believe it, you know, and maybe that's just my opinion. And the sport of boxing, which, yeah, has been biased, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, hey, if you used it, you stopped, okay, you come back, you test and clean, and Triple G accepted the fight with him. To me, if you accept it, you come into the fight knowing what was going on, and you accept it, you want to make the money for the fight, okay, just fight the man then, if that's what you want to do. But yeah, that's another thing. The man, you know, hey, to me, he need to clean up his image anyway, but you're not going to do it by fighting a guy in a lesser weight class than you've been used to campaigning at. You been campaigning at 54 and lately have been campaigning at 60. You do not need anything to do with a 47. No, you don't. And at the same time, I feel like, no, Errol Spence, no, he don't even deserve to fight you. A guy from a lower weight class that has a name. Yeah, you need to clean up your image first. You don't need to fight nobody who been convicted, you know what I'm saying? Been suspended for cheating. For what? You know, hey. But hey, I just feel like this, man. It's too much work to be done there. And to me, the biggest mistake that Kell Brook made was going up to prove a point. Oh, I ain't scared, I fight. No, man, no. You didn't have anything to prove going to 160 to fight that man. And now you damaged goods. And nobody know exactly really how good you probably would have been if you would have stayed campaigning. The Errol Spence, the Kell Brook now is nothing like the Kell Brook that beat Sean Porter for a title. He is not the same Kell Brook. Neither will he ever be. Not mentally, not physically. So yeah, he is damaged goods. And I would hate to see anything similar to that happen to Errol Spence Jr. And that's just how much I like the kid, man. That's why I really like the kid. And I think he is on the right course. And I think that, Errol Spence continue to fight, continue to win. And I think that, since Floyd Mayweather, like him so much, he need to kind of have him kind of learn some business tactics and, some media tactics. learn something from him and just continue to grow his brand, because the Errol Spence name is quickly becoming a brand. And as it becomes a brand, he needs to cultivate his brand and continue to win at welterweight. To me, other people have other ideas, and I understand and I respect other people's opinion. That's why I say much love to Black Fight Fan TV. You know what I'm saying? And much love to my man Money Brown. But I'm gonna tell you, to me, Errol Spence, he does not have anything to prove to anybody in any other weight class. I feel like he should stay where he is, campaign, do what he got to do at 147. Because right now he has a very promising career. And once he does that, hey, move up. Once he take care, at least unify IBF, and maybe with the the WBC, whoever win out of Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. And I don't think it's the same thing with Mikey Garcia. If you want to fight Mikey, fight Mikey. And I don't think that's the same thing. And I'm not double standard, because he didn't call out Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia has been calling him out and trying to fight him. So if he fight Mikey Garcia, I still won't think he wrong, because I'm gonna tell you why. That'll be a good fight and experience fun, but also it can easily be made. It's an in-house fight between Al Heyman, PBC Fighters Network, Showtime. It'll be very easily made, and also both guys will make a check. Both guys will make a decent check at this point in their careers for fighting each other. So yeah, the man called him out, and that's if he wanted. That's an option for Errol Spence that he can take. That's an option, and I won't be mad if he fight him and drag him. If he fight him and beat the dog mess out of him and drag him, I still won't think he wrong. But that's not the same thing, because that man didn't ask for that. Mikey Garcia continually in the media calling this man's name out. So yeah, if you go get notoriety off calling my name, yeah, I fight you. But yeah, I don't think he should go up and fight Triple G though. I don't. And Triple G done said, oh yeah, I want Errol Spence after this. Man, go on with that flim flam. Take care of that business at 154. That's what I want to see. I want to see him fight some Jared Hurds and some Jamel Charlos, and you know what I'm saying, like that. That's what I want to see. So hey, nah, man. If you go campaign at 60 or 54, campaign there. And if you go fight some 154 pounders and fight them at a catch weight, okay, handle your business if they'll do it. But don't grab no guy from 47 and probably still even offer him a catch weight and fight. Nah, man, come on, man. That's flim flam. That's, in prison we call that. If you was in prison, you'll call that checking in. You want to fight something. You want to find the lowest person to pick on to make your name. Know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't agree with it. And I'm going to tell you, to me, it will be better for both guys legacy-wise. Even Canelo will be better for his legacy if he campaign where he campaigning at. And when Errol Spence unify and want to come up to 154, then fight the man. Yeah, then you call him out and say, yeah, I've been calling you out. You done came up to 154. And then I won't even complain if Canelo offer him to fight at a catch weight, like 156. Because if Canelo campaigning at 160, even though he probably not a true 160 guy, he been campaigning at 160 fighting Triple G. Yeah, it'll be a little, making that 154. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but I don't agree with it if you go fight him from 47. I agree with it if he move up to 54 and you say, yeah, catch weight. Okay, I ain't gonna argue with that. But nah, don't call no man out from 147, man, where he been campaigning at 147. Ain't even come up to feeling punches with guys. Even though, yeah, they say, oh yeah, he been sparring with Jamel Charlo. No, that's not the same thing, man. No, No, that's not the same thing, and I do not agree with it. Canelo Alvarez has been campaigning at 160, fighting and this is his second time fighting one of the biggest punchers in the sport at 160. No, you can't tell me that could be fair in any way. You've been taking punches from one of the most studding punchers at 160, Triple G. You've been taking punches from him and dishing out punishment. You already know how your arsenal, how your punches have effect on a 160 pounder, and you know how it feels to be hit by one. No, it's not fair for you to be hitting on a 147 pounder. And I promise you, he will still, even though he'll say 154, I promise you, more than likely 9 times out of 10, he'll try to still make Errol Spence fight him at a catch weight higher than 154. You know? And I'm telling you, to me, no, that's not fair. No. And I don't think Errol Spence ought to do it. You know, I think this young man needs to stay focused. He has a very promising career ahead of himself. You know what I'm saying? Take care of your business. You know, become great at 147, man. You only got one belt. You know, he only got the IBF belt. At least unify the titles. Then say, okay, yeah, I'm going to move up and fight at 154. But I think right now it's too much work at 147, and it's a lot to be done, and it's a lot of money to be made. Look, man, you got a lot of guys there. You know, you got Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, whoever win. Then if the one that don't wanna, the one who win, if they don't wanna fight you, yeah, he could even fight the one that lose. It's still 147. You know what I'm saying? And it's still legacy, you know. You fighting people in your weight class that's considered upper echelon. Because no matter who win out of Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, to me, they will still be considered as one of the best at 147. Upper echelon, you know. And then, man, you got Terrence Crawford, you know. WBO champion. You got Manny Pacquiao, WBA regular champion. Keith Thurman, when he come back, you know, he probably go want to take him a couple fights, and I understand that he been on a long layoff coming off of surgery. You know, he might not want to fight Errol Spence right away, but after a couple fights, yeah, that's money right there. And all of those are fights that can be made. Besides Terrence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao, these other fights with these guys that's aligned with Al Heyman and that's been fighting on Showtime, these fights can be easily made. Yes, they can. And then, you know, fight your man, you know, fight Ugas. You know, Ugas win this fight he got coming up. You know, yeah, that'll be some good work, man. Good legacy fight, you know. But, man, look, Errol Spence, to me, is too much money and too many fights that's still good for your legacy at 47. Man, to me, I don't think he ought to mess himself up. I don't think that would be a prudent decision right now at this stage in his career. And I believe he's a very special talent. And I would like to see him handle his business. Mix it up with these guys right here, man. We got enough fights right here at 147 to keep him busy and make money. If these guys are going and fight more than once a year, you know, fight 2-3 times in a year, you know. And then if you fight 3 and 4 times a year, yeah, every time you ain't got to fight the top, you know. But if you only go fight twice a year, yeah, fight the best. Don't be around here slipping and sliding. Fight the best fights that you can fight. People that will accept. Because Errol Spence right now, let's just face it. Now, people been calling him out, and I think he ought to. Lately, these guys been calling his name. And before, it's like the guy was it. And hide and go seek. He done opened his eyes from counting, don't see nobody, everybody hiding. Like he playing hide and go seek. He done count to 10. He opened his eyes and can't find nobody to fight. They told him, get you a belt and all this here. The man got him the IBF strap. And when he first got the strap and was calling people, nobody ain't want to fight that man. I don't care what you say. No, nobody ain't want to fight that man. No, they didn't. I don't care what nobody say about that. Nobody ain't want to fight that man. Nobody ain't step up. He was calling them out. But now, since they calling your name, Errol Spence, make them oblige you. Make them back up what they been talking. Yeah, I fight Errol Spence after I win this fight. Fight him then. After you win, whoever win this WBC, well, fight him. That's what I want to see. Yeah, you say you gonna fight Errol Spence, fight him. That's what I want to see. Let me see you fight him then. Not all that rap, not all that talking. You say you gonna fight the man, fight him then. Because people been telling the man, oh yeah, you do this, you do that, I'll fight you, this here, boy, fight him then. Y'all calling the man name, y'all fight him. But no, Errol Spence, to me, no, he don't got to go up to no 160 to fight nobody. Fight him at a catch weight for between 160 and 154. Nah, you a 147 pounder, fight 147 pounders, unify, get you a couple legacy fights, because there's some legendary fights right there at 147. I just called the names. Keith Thurman gonna be back. You know, and then how all these guys been fighting like twice a year. By the time you fight whoever win WBC, you know what I'm saying, and then maybe fight you guys, Keith Thurman ought to be ready. You know, fight Keith Thurman, then maybe it'll be enticing, because you know Bob Arum, I don't care what nobody say. You can get on the microphone talking, protecting Bob Arum and saying how, oh no, it ain't the promoters. It just got to make sense. Whatever you say, however it go, Bob Arum will even be enticed at a fight like that. If Crawford keep winning, he beat Benavidez, and Errol Spence keep winning and unify, man, that will be, to me, intriguing enough to entice Bob Arum for a showdown. You know what I'm saying? Because this ain't like Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. These fighters are just not, they need to fight each other to get to that status. You know what I'm saying? They name not big like that. So y'all ain't gonna be grappling over no super millions. You know what I'm saying? These guys go make, you know, more money than they ever made probably fighting each other. But man, you ain't talking about no Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, where these guys finna be upwards of $100 million a piece. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, like, you know, Floyd Mayweather making $300,000 or $400,000. No, none of these guys ain't gonna be making that kind of money. So it's nothing to grapple over, you know. But if Errol Spence unify 147 with another belt, hey, preferably to me, that green belt, that WBC, which is in any division, one of the most coveted belts in the sport. If he can unify that IBF with that WBC, to me that's intriguing enough for Bob Arum to get on the horn, cross the aisle, him and Al Heyman work something out that makes sense, because the fight definitely makes sense. Definitely. You know? So hey, it shouldn't be no problem crossing the aisle and making that happen, man. And you know, you get that sport, you get that thing cleaned up around there at 147, Errol Spence, and then go up and fight a fight like Canelo Alvarez, and let him clean up his image some. You know, you don't be the one who he try to clean up his image fighting. No, let him clean up his own image. You take care of your business, and that fight still will be there. That money still will be right there. You ain't got to rush it, man. These guys still in their prime. Errol Spence, what, 28 years old? He still got some prime years. You know, he still got about 4 years he can fight and still be peaking in physical condition, and mentally he'll be man, look, he mess around and and unify that 147, man. Hey, his confidence level ain't gonna be able to get no higher than that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he can take that confidence, that mentality, and the skills he possessed, and that brutal body work. Yeah, then take that up to 154 and negotiate with Canelo Alvarez and make that big check. And that'll be a nice crossover fight for Errol Spence Jr. for his career. But I don't think he ought to do it right now, man. To me, that's just not a prudent thing for him to do. It's just not. That's to me. That's business. That's you talking about. I'm talking about business-wise, it's not. And physically for him, going up in that weight, I just don't think that's a good idea for Errol Spence Jr. right now. He needs to ride this wave that he has as far as his name is getting bigger and bigger. Man, wipe up that 147. Man, wipe up right there. Clean up right there. And I think that's the best thing. I ain't gonna keep beating the dead horse, man. This Daddy Pete on the corner, in the corner boxing. And I got much love and respect for my other YouTubers out there, especially you guys that's been doing it longer than me. You all inspire me. Black Fight Fan TV, man, this guy, man, listen. This man has not only inspired me, he shouted me out on his, know what I'm saying? To me, that's big. Because to me, I don't know how old he is. I might even be older than him. I don't know. But to me, he is an OG in this YouTube game. So to me, that age don't matter. I pay respect to OGs in the game if I'm like a newcomer. And I respect him, and I also, know what I'm saying, I admire him. So he's inspired me a whole lot. He's inspired me, and I respect him. Know what I'm saying? So hey, ain't no kind of disrespect, hard feelings, nothing. I respect this man, and he inspired me. You know what I'm saying? At time, it been time I ain't even care, man. Nah, but I don't care nothing about YouTube, man. I don't even know if I want to keep making video. But this man inspired me just by some of the inspiring things he say, and if you listen to him talk, his vision that he have for what he's doing, man, he inspired me, man, to say, man, yeah, I'm gonna keep making these videos, man, and I'm gonna do something. You know what I'm saying? This is well, my man, Money Brown TV. He inspired me. And he was one of the first guys that inspired me to keep going when I ain't have that many, subscribers. And to hear guys that's been doing it longer than me, they, you know what I'm saying? And that's got some good things going on with their channel, man. It inspired me when they encouraged me, man, keep grinding, good video, man, keep grinding, bro. You know what I'm saying? He one of the first people inspired me. So, man, he ain't nothing but much love and respect to YouTubers. I ain't name everybody that I respect, but, you know, I'm just saying them because I mentioned them and I respect their opinion. And if they feel a certain way about a certain subject, I might feel differently about. That's just my opinion. It's no disrespect at all. And them guys, like I say, both of them guys inspire me to keep doing, because, you know, with the stuff, you know, life happens in everybody, not just me. Everybody has stuff going in their life, you know, and you know, job change and a lot of stuff been going on in my life in the background. I haven't been posting videos like I had been. I had started at one time. I was grinding, but I hadn't been, you know, a lot of stuff going on. But guys like Black Fight Fan TV, Money Brown, man, these guys inspire me to say, no matter what's going on, I love this sport and I will keep making videos. And really part of it is because, man, that's my outlet. I really don't have friends who love boxing like that I'm, you know, close to. They into basketball, football, which I'm not saying I don't watch those sports or like those sports, but to me, boxing is my first love. And this is really an outlet for me to be able to talk about boxing and, you know, share my opinion with people and listen to their opinion. This is my outlet on YouTube. So this is how I be able to vent, you know, is to listen to other people. And like, you know, with Money Brown, he done had me on his show before, you know, on his channel, you know, doing a live feed with him, you know, which I appreciate, you know. But that's my outlet, man. That's how I'm able to talk about and hear other people's perspective on the sport that I love so much. So anyway, man, like I said, I ain't gonna keep beating the dead horse. This Daddy P on the corner, in the corner boxing. Hey, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, hey, to be notified every time it goes down. Slap that like button for me. This Daddy P signing off.